Good morning. So I decided to try something new today, and I decided to try it on my YouTube channel, going live. So I have been doing a video series for over 30 days now, about 38 days now, where I do a thankfulness journal. And so I just do this live so that, people can understand, that what I'm trying to do is trying to show a blurb of my life so that you can see that even in tough times, there are things that you should be thankful for. So, anyway, yesterday was Friday, and because it was Friday, it should have been good, but it started out good and then kind of went downhill from there. So, I found out that I was out of one of my meds yesterday at breakfast time. So, I had to go to the store to get it. So, I called them and refilled it, and they were telling me that I had just refilled it 2 months ago. And I'm like, well, that's funny because my prescription bottle is empty and I don't have any in my things, my pill things. And so then I got there and I picked it up, paid for it, got out in the car, was going to pop one in my mouth and realized that it was the wrong color. So then I realized that I had ordered the wrong prescription. So then I called the other pharmacy and ordered that one, and they're telling you, and I have a tip of it. And so I drive all the way over there, and they messaged me the minute I get in the parking lot that it was ready. So I went in and I got it and I took it, and then that made me 45 minutes late for my volunteer position, in which I was working with a headache and totally being kind of spaced out because of my blood pressure, being off and wow, this keeps freezing, you guys. I don't know if this is going to work. Anyway, I do like the fact that there's a camera on this one and I can tell how long I've been talking. So anyway, what turned out to be like yucky turned out good. The headache, I still have a little bit of a headache from it, today. I'll be taking my meds this morning, so it should be good. But other than that, it was a really good day. But it always manages to turn itself around if you just choose to find a way to make that happen. I could have sunk under both of those disastrous things. And as it was, I really did want to stay home and just relax and chill and get rid of the headache. But I love volunteering. The people down there, I really feel like I'm a good fit. I'm starting to make friends. And that's important to me, to be wanted and needed where I'm at. So anyway, I didn't want to stay home. I wanted to go. And besides that, I always pick up my cousin and she goes down there with me. And so, it was a good day. It really was. We had a good time. We laugh, we joke, we tease, we play. And then we came home and I delivered 2 sets of my cards so I make greeting cards. Some of you may not know that. And I delivered 2 sets of greeting cards and made, 2 people very, very happy. And that makes me happy. Was able to visit with a friend and laugh and joke. And then came home and had dinner with my hubby. And then we came home and we were ready to chillax. And today's going to be a day where it's just him and I, because we help so many people. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that we need some downtime. And it turned out that Uncle Ed, my uncle, is 83, and we go get him every weekend and spend the day with him and feed him dinner and then take him home. And he's sick, and we don't want to get sick because last time he had it, he gave it to us, we gave it back to him, and I think he gave it back to us. So we are like, we're going to stop it in its tracks this time. And so we're not going to go get him this time. And instead, we are just going to get some pressure, which is very necessary to get done. We've got a bazaar this month, the 23rd of this month, and Randy makes wood stuff, so we need to have time to create those things, build those things and stuff. So anyway, so it is what it is, and we just kind of scramble along and try to make the best of it. And, but every day we wake up, we're blessed, and we need to realize that and look at that and know that that's the truth, that we're blessed to be here. We opened our eyes this morning, we woke up, so we're blessed to be here. And, I know that, things get hard sometimes and we just need to muddle through it and try to see what the lessons are, in those hard times. And if we can do that, it sure changes things. It changes things and makes them much better. So anyway, just wanted to do my usually daily check-in and how yesterday was kind of rough but I made it through it, and it turned out to be a great day. And I think a lot of times people just get stuck on bad things happen, and they get stuck on the bad things and they label it a bad day. So I could have done that, having had that headache, from the wrong meds, or not having the meds and then getting the wrong meds and then having to go get them. I could have focused on that. But so many great things happened after. Like, I got to spend time with my cousin and her son, and I got to spend time with some great people. And the way that we're working together, like, we don't really know each other, any of us. I mean, we've been going down there for like several months now, and I mean, I know Andrea, we used to go to church with her, but the rest of the people, I don't really know. And making a way to kind of fit in together, and like, nobody has set jobs. Like, they're learning that I have damaged rotator cuffs and that I can't lift boxes. To get over there, you need to go do that. We'll take care of this. And so we're learning to fit together, and it's pretty amazing, and I really feel blessed by it. And so anyway, that's a pretty cool thing that's happening, and I love it, and it gives me a chance to get out of the house and, to see other people and to bless other people, which is a nice way, to do things and stuff. So anyway, I would hope that these video chats, and again, if you are just seeing this one the first time, I have been doing them for about 38 days now, and they're in my Facebook feed, Joanne Hall Crafton, and they're just my thankfulness journal journey videos, and I've been doing them live so that I could, share them with everybody. And so please share them if you see them and they mean something to you. But so I wanted to share again, the things that I have done to help me overcome the things that I've been through in my life. I went to a class and we read a book by Dr. Dan Allender called The Wounded Heart. I journal every day. I write poetry. I do collage therapy, and I also teach it at my studio here. And again, I write poetry and I write in my journal. And, if writing brings you anxiety because people could read what you write, you could always write it to get it out, and then take and dig a little hole in the ground and put your papers in there. Chop them up, tear them up, put your papers in there, and then light them on fire, and then bury them again. That way nobody has to read it. Because I know that for me, saying what to me was very traumatic. So it took me about 1.5 years to tell my counselor even what happened. So it was pretty traumatic. So I just didn't, I didn't want people to hurt hearing what happened to me. You know what I mean? So you could do that. That a lot of times it's hard things that are traumatic with other people, and we don't want to hurt them with them. Sorry, my throat got a little dry. Anyway, but there's so many things that you can do. Get into counseling. I got into counseling. I got a really good counselor, and that was amazing. And you have to make sure for yourself that it fits. If that counselor doesn't feel right to you, if they don't seem sympathetic or encouraging or, really helping you get past this stuff, then you need to find another one. You need to be self-advocative for yourself. It's important that you do that. And having a good friend base, is good. People that you can trust to talk to is extremely important. But, those are the things that I did. And I hope they help you too, because I know that in life, we all need a hand up sometimes. Not a handout, because that's just not how I roll. I give hand ups, help you up out of your mire and help you process things and move on. And, but I'm not going to sit there and hold your hand, forever, because that's just not what I do. And that's just not, it's not good and it's not healthy. But anyway, so I'm going to keep this short today, just a short video, and because now I have to find a way to share it from this platform to my Facebook platform so I can keep my followers going. And, but anyway, because I really am enjoying this and I'm hoping that it's helping you as well. And that's my goal, is just to let you know that, I'm 55 years old, and, I've had a lot of rotten things happen to me. Some stupid things I've done myself, I'll admit. I'm human, and I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. But, overall, when I think about it, my life has been a good life. I've just had a good life. And I'll tell you why I feel that way. Because even though I've had bad things happen to me, the bad things don't define my entire life. They define periods, times, things like that. We need to take stock of the life that we live and own it. We need to say, I'm not going to deal with this BS or crap or anymore. We need to be strong enough to take that ownership of our life and realize that these were just bad circumstances, bad situations, a bad time, not your whole life. When we color it like that, it can change things. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been beaten, raped, abused, molested, mentally, physically, emotionally, and sexually abused, neglected, abandoned, thrown away like a piece of garbage. I've been through a lot in 55 years, but I've also learned so much from this stuff. So much. From brain surgery, I learned that I needed to be able to accept help, and I needed to learn to ask for it. And that's really hard. Really hard. It is very, very hard. And, but again, like I said, it's all about our perspective. What are we allowing to take up the most of our time? Is it the good stuff or the bad stuff? What are we focusing on? What are we ruminating on? What are we, that's what we need to think about. We need to remember that if you're focusing on, and I'm going to share something this time. So if you're focusing on the bad stuff, it's going to be a bad life. But if you're focusing on the good stuff, then it's going to be a good life. So recently, I had a friend, I have a friend, okay, drug me out of a pit of my own creation. So we have an 11-year-old grandson that we have not been able to see for 97% of his life. We actually just seen him about 5 or 6 times, and we've been kept from him the rest of the time by his mom. And I was very angry about this, very bitter, very upset, and we have an opportunity to see him now. And instead of being really blessed by it, we were very angry, because we feel slighted. We feel, like we've missed, 11 years of his life. And she literally drugged me, kicking and screaming, out of that. If you stay in this pit of anger, you're going to miss what you can have in the future. So it was kind of like, if I go this way, I stay angry and I don't get to see him, or I could see him, but it would ruin what relationship we have. But if I let this go and I chose to forgive, then I get to see my grandson. And so anyway, we had a meeting, and I chose to forgive her. I haven't told her this, but I chose to forgive her for that. And the meeting went very, very well. I was able to spend an hour with my grandson, and his mom was there. My friend was there, and another mutual friend. And we now get to see him. She thinks it's time that we get to see him, which it should have been time 11 years ago, but that's beside the point. We can't get back the 11 years. Nothing's going to change that. Being angry isn't going to fix it. It's only going to hinder our past. So we've chosen to forgive and decide to move forward so that we can have that relationship with our grandson. You know, when I chose to let that go and step out of the madness and out of the anger, a weight was lifted off my shoulders. My shoulders. And I'm so happy that we chose to do that. So happy. Because now we get to see him. And that's amazing. You know what I mean? So instead of focusing on the past, we're focusing on the future. So anyway, I hope that's helped you. I know it's been an amazing piece of freedom for us. You know, now I bought him his first Christmas gift. We're excited about that. And we've asked to have him not this weekend, but next weekend. And it's going to be amazing, you guys. It's going to be amazing. So, you know, it's also letting go of this pain and anger has helped with my hope again. You know, I'm feeling encouraged and more positive as well. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here. And again, I do this every day, so I don't know if I'll be using YouTube's feed or Facebook's feed, but I do it every day. And either way, I will try to get them to share. I can't share Facebook's to YouTube yet, though. I'm still haven't figured that one out. So if there's any of you tech savvy people out there, I would love to know how to do that. All right, well, make your day a beautiful day. Tomorrow, Sunday, for another journal, thankful journal video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.